my great aha is I really loved your idea of, you write your 3 months goals and have someone else mail it to you.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
I'm going to do that, and I'm really ready to build my power team, so I'm going to read that chapter.
Great.
Well, I really like the idea to, because Thanksgiving is coming, so I'm going to make a thank you card with me on it. And, Mira gave me a great idea because I was thinking, how can I invite them for a sale? Because it's Thanksgiving, so you don't want to kind of be obvious. But anyways, I'm going to stick a coupon, 10% off. And, expiration day next month. So they give them a deadline. So I think it's a great idea.
Everybody have that on your aha sheet. It's Thanksgiving. Talk to our printers. Thanksgiving cards are much more powerful than Christmas cards because everybody mails on Christmas. Nobody mails during Thanksgiving. If you are a Glazer Kennedy person, you obviously already have heard this 100 times. But if you want to thank your customers, and show them the appreciation, whatever, don't wait till Christmas because they're going to throw the cards away. They always do. They get a bunch of them. Send it on Thanksgiving.
So the thing that struck me was the idea of do something, do anything, even if it's the wrong thing, just do something. And I wrote down, I'm always intimidated by starting a new marketing plan involving 1,000 or 5,000 people. So I said, mail 10 letters tomorrow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, one thing that struck on your presentation is that I have to learn to say no, especially to some JV partners that insist to make something with me, and sometimes I have a hard time saying no.
Oh, that's a really good one.
I have like 2 pages of aha ideas.
Great.
So I love the 90-day experiment, really, and I'm going to try to do it.
A couple things I picked up that I really enjoyed. One, I think it was wealth magnet number 6, the excuses, to go ahead and start writing down any excuses I make, but then also excuses other individuals make. I think that'll be a real powerful exercise and be able to dial you in. And then also the 90-day experiment. I think that's really cool. Always wanted to try to figure out something really hit home when you said, because you're always like, oh, I want to give some money, and then you're like, you talk yourself out of it. I could use the $250, but if you've got it stashed aside, it's a really easy exercise.
Yeah. 2 things. One, I agree with the doctor, and I'm going to do exactly what he's going to do. And this gentleman here had the yellow legal pad thing, which sounded great, so I'm going to try that.
Mine came from Wealth Magnet number 17, and the example you gave where Dan was working with the chiropractors and found a niche in between the very low price and the very high price, and how much that helped him really capture a market.
Yeah.
I think I can apply that to what we're doing.
Awesome.
Well, being new to the group, first thing I was going to do is read all the books. And number 10, do one thing daily to prime the pipe. I'm going to make it a point just to do one thing daily. And one of the other aha moment things I had on there was I run a industry-specific group over the Largo Mid-Pinellas Chamber of Commerce, and I wanted to invite you to come and speak to my group so I can provide value to all the members of my group.
That'd be awesome.
By offering them this.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Must be the synergy of sitting by this gentleman here, because my note was exactly the same specific action on a daily basis to prime the pipe.
That's great. Awesome.
I also followed through on the idea of filling a void. I like that idea because we do have certain niches, and I could see that certain of those niches pay a certain amount for certain services, and there's a gap in there that I know about, and so take advantage of that. Also decide what to make, like plan out, like say, here's how much I want to make from a certain marketing plan, and then carry on through with making that money.
That's great.
I guess the biggest thing I got out of today is overcoming guilt. Fear probably a little bit too. I went to Catholic elementary and high school. Need I say more? My conscience, people are starving in India. So we'd fill the little white boxes. I'm sure they went to Rome, not India. But no, it's true. It's there's just I think each of us have a fountain of knowledge, energy, abilities. It's finding it. It's and just sharing.
Yeah.
I love the 90-day experiment.
Yeah, me too. Again, I haven't tried it yet, but
I've been brought up
I'm excited about it.
Never did it. You know?
Yeah.
For me, there's actually two. Number 8, giving myself permission to be the expert in my field. I mean, I know I'm an expert at what I do, but to actually put it out there like that, that's huge. And I'm definitely going to make it a point to be the focal point of all my advertising. The second one, which is a really big one, which has already been stated a couple times here, is the number 17. One of the things in my field is I never thought that there could be a niche where I could market to other trainers, behaviorists, because not all of them make a lot of money, but then you think, because I'm always looking at the chiropractic example or the doctor's example, and those guys make a ton of money. But yeah, if you find that niche and price it down, there's a huge hole there. Nobody else is doing it. So thanks.
I think I got out of magnet number 22, the think equity, not income. We think of that, ooh, new customer, ooh. But I think what I'm going to do is set up a mechanism where we assign a value based on our experience with a particular client type in the past. And then if at the end of a 12-month period we've not gotten that out of that client, we've not done our job. So just a mechanism to track that.
I'm started something, and forgive me, I don't remember the number, but the number's not important, but that's removing the energy drainers from your life. I know we talked about people, and my wife and I started doing this earlier in the year, and interestingly enough, we started with family members, which is probably the hardest, because obviously it's very emotional. You don't want to eliminate a family member, but every time you have a dialogue and it brings you down and you're moaning and groaning about it for a few days, we have been very liberated by that, and we've actually sort of excluded 4 family members. And when I say excluded, it's the door's not closed, it's just we choose not to have the same level of contact. But what I've found and what I'm committed to do now is we've identified not only people, but things. And so certain activities, certain events that you feel committed to do for some reason or another, but you come out of it and you just feel drained. So I'm going to take and eliminate some of those things from it, and that's what I'm taking away from this, but I thought it was worthwhile sharing with you as well.
Well, I've got a confession to make, because I actually went to Wealth Days in Cleveland, and the 90-day experiment was the one thing that I came away. And did I do anything? Sorry, Dan. So if ever you watch this video, Dan, don't kick my butt too hard. That was it, really.
So you're going to do it now, or what?
I've got to, haven't I?
There you go.
On tape.
Yep.